Welcome, everyone. The hour being 6 p.m. on Wednesday, January 3rd, 2024. The Tooele City Council and the Redevelopment Agency are meeting in a work meeting. This meeting is being held at Tooele City Hall in the council chambers located at 90 North Main Street in Tooele, Utah. It is also being streamed on the Tooele City YouTube channel. We will start with a roll call. Councilwoman Manzione.
Present.
Councilwoman Goches.
Present.
Councilman Hanson.
Present.
Councilman McCall.
Present.
I'm Councilman Brady. I'm also present. We'll move on to item 3, which is the mayor's report.
Thank you, Chairman. I have just one item that I wanted to report. First of all, Happy New Year to everyone. It's exciting to start a new year and exciting things happening. Do you have the photo for the next one? What I just wanted to mention tonight, which is also on the front page of the newspaper tonight, our local newspaper. There was also an article run in the Deseret News last week that was just a great article also about this awesome donation of the Ritz Theater. The donation was made to the Tooele City Arts Council by Aaron Peterson's family and also the Peterson Industrial Group at the depot. So the city approached Aaron several months ago and said, "Can you help us save this building? What can we do?" And in discussions with him, he wanted us to help him find a nonprofit organization that he could donate it to. And some things I always say are meant to be. This was a meant to be. The Arts Council for many years has wanted to have a home of their own for art, and we're just so excited that they're going to be able to take over this theater and keep this really legendary building in our community intact. So we're grateful to Aaron, his family, his employees, and also to the Arts Council for being willing to take this project on. So we're just excited about it. That's all I have tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. We'll move on to item 4, which is the council members' report. We will start with Councilman McCall.
I actually was at that function. I just, they...
Push your mic down. They can't.
Oh, sorry. I was saying I was actually at that function at the Ritz Theater. It was actually pretty cool. But that was about all I did.
You just skipped the photo, huh?
Yeah, well, the photo was taken just a tad before I got there. In fact, I was walking up as they was taking it.
Good.
And I didn't want them to have to retake it.
Yeah. Okay. Councilman Hanson.
A couple things. First of all, I had some interaction with our police officers this last weekend, and I just want to let you know, Chief Jay, to commend your officers, how professional they act as they dealt with different people around me and with me myself, and I just appreciated them and how they took care of business. And I think, you know, all of the ones I've ever dealt with are just very good young men, and compared to me, young men, and good people, and I appreciate their professionalism and they're doing their jobs. We met with the Downtown Alliance this last week. A lot of exciting things going on. We picked our new board for the nonprofit, and just getting things going there and getting organized so we can make more things happen. And of course, we're excited about the Ritz staying downtown and being part of that area, so that's just exciting. One other thing, invite y'all to, we're going to get the Buffalo placed, and I'm sponsoring at the City Hall Friday morning at 10 a.m., so anybody that would like to come and be there when it gets put on the cement slab, pretty excited for it to happen. So that's all I got.
Thank you. Councilwoman Goetz.
I'd first just like to say I appreciate the opportunity to be able to serve again on the City Council, and appreciative of the staff and public support that voted me in, and also to the mayor for the opportunity to serve on the Planning Commission and the chance that I've had to serve this community. Also, I echo what has been said about the new arts building at the Ritz Theater. I had the opportunity to serve on the Arts Council for many years and several years as the chairman. And at one point we received a grant to be able to hire a consultant to see how we could obtain a performing arts building. And it takes a lot of money to purchase a building, and it takes a funding stream to be able to keep this going. And I so appreciate the Peterson family and Peterson Industrial for making this donation possible. There are so many talented people people in this community, and we want to promote and preserve and advance the arts in our community. So thank you.
Councilwoman Manzian.
Well, I'm also going to talk about the Ritz because I am the liaison to the Arts Council. It is very exciting. It's been a work in progress for about 6 months. We've had a lot of discussions, and it's so exciting. But we had a meeting last night. There is a lot of work involved now that there is a building. It is a building that needs a lot of work. And in order to, there's a great vision, the Arts Council has a great vision for moving forward and what so much can be held there and accomplished there, but it will take some time and a lot of money and a lot of effort. So that's just planting the seed, that money word, planting the seed as we go into our budget discussions when we talk about the park tax. We don't want to take away from the other great things we're doing with parks and recreation, but we are going to have to probably beef up the arts part of that budget in order to make it successful. But the planning is well underway, and as soon as there is insurance and the utilities are all switched over everything, we're planning to have a big event. So it'll be fun times. That's all I have.
Great, thank you. The only thing I have, I was going to discuss this after our discussion items, but I'm going to bring it up now, is we want to start talking about a budget meeting. In the past, we've called it a budget retreat. We don't really retreat too far. We just go to City Hall into the large conference room. But in the last year, I think we did it on a Friday around 3 o'clock. Just that works better for the staff and for a lot of our schedules. Is that something that would work for everyone, or is there a date that, I heard Marisa before say that January is pretty booked for her.
Yeah, I only have the 12th. The other two
Okay.
Fridays I'll be out of town.
I have some Fridays too that I'll be out of town as well. And we don't have to decide right now, but in the past, we've done it on a Friday. We can do it any day. We've done it on Saturdays before, but I would prefer to do it on a Friday in the afternoon if everyone else would be okay with that. Okay. So we'll throw around some dates. Our goal is to have it at the end of January or the first week of February, so. Okay. Any questions, comments?
I think the very first Friday in February is the chamber installation
Okay.
thing, so.
Not that. Okay. I think the only Friday I could do in January would be the 26th, the last one, but,
I'll be gone then.
or the 12th. But would the 12th be too soon, you said?
We can make it work. If you want to do it the 12th and you can do it that day, you bet. We'll make it work.
I don't know if I can do the
Yes,
12th.
Are the times flexible? I do have a commitment in the evening on the 12th, but I am available all day on the 12th.
I'm flexible. I could do earlier in the 12th as well. Dave, does the 12th work for you as well? or-
Fridays are usually good for me.
Okay. Let's do a tentative,
If we did it early in the day, I could do it. I cannot do it in the evening.
How early?
Well, it doesn't matter.
okay.
I just can't do it
daytime.
late,
Okay, yeah.
but I can do
Okay.
the 26th anytime.
Well, let's do a tentative for the 12th.
Okay.
And then a time would 2 o'clock work for everyone? Is that early enough, Melody?
I just need to leave by 6.
Okay.
That's okay?
That'll give us time. For the last couple of years, it's been about a 2-hour meeting
Okay.
or less, so
Ed, does 2 work for you?
Yeah, as long as we.
2 o'clock on the 12th?
Less than 3 hours.
Okay.
or
Yeah, we can always have a
Yeah,
second
2 o'clock
meeting
on
if
the
we
12th.
need to, so. Okay, tentatively, we'll say
Okay.
that, and then.
you got it.
Okay, and that's all I have for my report. We will move on to our discussion items. We have one discussion item. It's the selection of Tooele City Council Commission and board appointments for 2024. All of you should have got a copy of the current board appointments. So in the past, we've just gone down the list and talked about each one. So that's what we'll do again. Okay, the chair and vice chair.
Are you opposed to being the chair?
No, I'm fine being the chair again if everyone's okay with that.
What about you, Ed?
Dave?
You okay being vice?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right,
Yeah,
then I'm good.
You want to stay the vice chair
I'm
then?
fine doing that, yeah.
All right, then the planning commission, we have Ed and Marisa as the liaisons. You okay there, or?
I like going, so, yeah.
I do too.
I'm good with it, yeah.
Okay. The library board, we had Councilman Graff. We'll have to replace that. Anyone?
I have been on the library board before, and I enjoy the library board. But for a change, since I've never been on the Arts Council, and now it got me interested, I'd like to do that one instead.
Do the Arts Council?
Because I've been on the library board.
What does the library board do?
They get,
I mean,
do
they meet in the evenings or during the day? or
in the
Evenings.
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 Just like once a month or?
I think it's once every other month
Once
or
every
every
2
3
months.
months, something like
It's
that.
less.
It's 2 or 3 times a year, 3 or 4 times a year, right?
I think it's once a quarter, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was on the library board as a member of the community.
They can change it at any time, but it has been more quarterly.
Yeah,
And the guidelines.
I mean, I can do it. I don't mind doing it.
Is everyone okay if Dave's on the Arts Council?
I'd also like to express an interest, so is there just 2 council
just 2.
appointments?
Two, yeah. So Tony was on the USU board, the Arts Council, the Library Board, and the Children's Justice. So we know we at least have those 4 vacancies that we need to fill. But I mean, we can switch everything up too, okay. Anyone, let's skip the Library Board for now, we'll come back to it. Okay, the RDA, we have Marisa as the chair, Dave is the vice chair. I'm fine leaving that if everyone else is.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I like it.
Unless somebody needs a,
My thing is I get into a schedule and it's easy to keep that schedule, so I'm okay to keep everything I'm on, but I understand everyone else has schedules too, so. Okay, the RDA Taxing Entity Committee, that's just the chair, I believe, of the RDA, and then Shannon Wimmer. The MBA is not applicable. The Council of Governments, that's Mayor Nguyen and then 1 council member. It's currently Dave. Anyone else? Are you,
I'm okay with
You want
that.
to stay on COG?
Is that right? Okay.
okay. We'll talk about that. The Museum Advisory Board, it's Mayor Nguyen and Ed. I don't know how often you're meeting, Ed, is that?
You know, we didn't meet forever, and then they had a meeting last month, but I wasn't able to go to, but then when they had to change the leadership, they didn't have anybody, so we didn't meet for like a year.
Okay.
So they're meeting again.
Once a
Once a
quarter?
quarter.
Okay. Okay, the Employee Grievance Appeal Board, that's thankfully not used very often, so.
I
yeah.
don't think it's ever been used this
I don't
year
know
that
that,
I've been on there.
not where I've been on it, so that's a good thing, right?
Yep.
That's as needed, it's Marisa and myself right now.
It will stay with them.
Since it's as needed, I don't, yeah, I'm fine staying there. The next 2 are not applicable, the Historical Preservation Committee and the Accessibility Committee. Well, the Accessibility Committee's that one's being put back on there, right? Or we haven't,
Yeah, we
necessarily had
hadn't
a-
really had that active for a while, but as I spoke with Roger, I think it's something that's important, so we'll do that internally and
Okay.
get that up and running again.
Okay,
Just making sure that all of our public entities, including buildings and parks, are accessible.
okay. And then the council just consents to the
Yeah,
appointments.
I'll
from the
just bring
mayor.
it like we do the other mayor appointments.
Okay. The Local Boundary Commission, that's the mayor.
Yep.
The North Tooele Special Service District, I'm currently the liaison for that. Okay.
I'm good with you staying.
They meet once a month. I think it's the 3rd Thursday or 4th. Sometimes it'll be 3rd or 4th in the evening at 8 o'clock. They cancel the meeting twice a year, I think, like December and middle of the year. So I'm okay to stay on that as well if that's okay. The PAR Tax Board is currently Dave. I don't know what that
What is that?
entails.
We meet, I think we've only met once, maybe. Or did we meet last year at all?
I don't know that we've done anything until, when we
Get ready for
had to
that.
put it on the ballot, and we're
Yeah.
good for 10 more years, so 10 more years, right?
All of us?
12. Oh, right on, 12.
12 years, cool. Okay. All right, the Arts Council. So Dave
So do we
and-
need anybody there then?
I think you're all on it already. You
On the
Yeah.
Partax board?
Yeah, it says all 5 of us.
Oh.
It's just got me down there.
decide Partax funding and
Okay,
appropriations.
it just said Dave, so I didn't know.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's all 5 of us.
Wonder why?
Maybe that should just say council.
Yeah, probably right, should say council.
Okay, the Arts Council Board, Dave has expressed interest, Melody's expressed interest, and Marissa's on it right now, so.
They asked if I would stay, if I could, just because we have the momentum. But I said, well, we'll see what happens at the council meeting.
Yeah.
So I'm good with it. It's gearing up to be quite a bit of work, I believe,
It is.
the next year.
And well, I've always been interested, but that's one board I've never been on. I've been on all the others. But I'm really taken with the theater. And I did my tour, and people tried to scare me with the ghost and all that stuff.
I told
So
you
I
not to
got
go in that
intrigued.
little theater by yourself without a light.
I got intrigued. I got intrigued, and I too have some ideas of raising funds for that as a community thing. I think, well, I'm almost certain I do.
Okay.
But it's not the end of the world, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to cry if I don't get on there, but
I've had plenty of opportunity to serve, so I'm fine if you want to serve. I've enjoyed the opportunities that I've had. It's been really fun.
So you're okay if Dave?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So that being said, I think there's going to be some opportunities for some committee work and such. Would you be interested if there's spots on
Sure.
committee? Okay.
Uh-huh, you bet.
Okay, and then Board of Appeals is not applicable. Communities that care, we currently have Ed. I don't know what that, we're not, okay,
We no longer have that board.
scratch. Okay, the USU Board meets quarterly, it looks like. Tony was the representative.
I'm happy to fill his spot.
Okay, Melody.
I'm not really sure about that, trying to think of what Tony was reporting. I don't remember him ever reporting. I remember at one time to be on that advisory board, it had to be approved by like the big guns up in Logan, but I don't know if there's just an advisory board that they still do or not. So we'll do some investigation and find out so that you know when, what, why, where, all the meetings, and get that info for you.
Okay.
I feel like I remember Tony talking about it one time or a
Me
few
too.
times about
Yeah, I can't
attending,
remember.
but I don't know what
Okay.
they discuss in those board meetings. Okay, the Homeless Coordination Committee, Ed is currently the liaison.
And that meets every other month on a Thursday, which I'm fine with staying there.
Okay, the Utah League of Cities and Towns Legislative Policy Committee. So I currently am on this one, and I have a really hard time getting to, it's in the morning, right, I think is when they meet.
11:30 noonish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if someone else is interested in that one. Does it have to be the chair, or can it be any?
No, it can be any of the council. And really, we just have 3 votes, so that being the third vote. Those meetings don't have to be attended in person. They can be joined online. You can still vote online.
Yeah, I listen to them online.
I'm happy to serve if you,
Okay, yeah, let's have Melody. And you're really busy during the session, right?
Oh.
That's the
Every week.
January, February?
Yeah.
Okay, Melody. Okay, we have the Tooele City Water Special Service District. The chair just is on that. The Pre-Disaster Mitigation Planning Team, Ed is the liaison. I don't know
We've
what.
never ever met that I know
Okay.
of, that I can remember.
Is that I don't know what that is.
The county does that.
Okay.
I don't know how active that has been now that the legislature has kind of put that some of that responsibility, most of it, back on the city rather than have the county take care of that. So we can talk to Bucky. He really is over that, and ask him if he still is. That's something.
on
Usually
that.
when they
I'll
do their
leave it
trainings,
so
they
that-
invite all of us. So I don't know if they need a separate person, but we can find out.
And
I'll
now we
check
have
with
a,
him.
Okay.
well, the fire marshal's the emergency management for Tooele
Yes.
City now, right? And that's
Yes.
new. Okay, so we'll talk about that. The Children's Justice Center, I don't know how often they meet, but I know Tony spoke about that,
Yeah,
attending
he
that
did.
several times, so. And I don't know when they meet either.
They meet quarterly.
Quarterly?
Mhm.
Anyone interested?
I'll be happy to take that.
Okay, Melody. Attainable housing, I'm currently the liaison for that. We haven't met recently. I think 2 years ago, we met pretty consistently for a couple months, and then we got a few ordinances passed, and it kind of trickled away. So I think we definitely should be meeting again. It's definitely a need in our community. I'm okay to stay on that if no one else wants to, or I'm happy to let someone else have an opportunity. We meet with, I don't really know if there's, I met with local real estate agents. Chris was there. I can't remember the other. Stephanie Bothell. Yeah. It wasn't really a board or anything, though. No appointment, right? It was, yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll stay on that unless someone really wants to get on there. Council on Aging, I attend that, I think it's monthly or bi-monthly. I don't always get the invites like I'm supposed to, so I would say I'm going 6 to 7 times a year, it seems like. We meet at the health department typically, or the senior center, and it's just it's a county, I can't think of her name, who's over the health department now, the senior center. Amy? Is that, anyone know if Amy?
Amy
Bate?
Hassan.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Amy, okay.
Yeah.
So they just send you an email. I'm happy to stay on that as well, or? Okay, I'll stay on that unless someone wants to change that. Downtown Alliance is Ed.
I'm still good being there.
Okay.
We're just getting feet off the ground, so.
Okay, a lot of good
Getting
things
started.
happening. And then Tree City USA.
That's got to be you with the tree.
I would love to
That's your
stay on
deal.
that one, yeah. We're just getting that one off the ground too, right, Darwin? Okay, we still have the library board.
I'll volunteer.
Okay, Melody. Did we get all of them? Okay. Is everyone okay with what we discussed? Anyone, we'll discuss this again next year and we can switch things up, or? Okay, last chance. All
I thought we were
right,
going to have to like rock, paper, scissors or something.
we can if we need to do that. I mean, whatever it takes.
I'm good. Where we're at.
Okay. And I think with any, I know I've stepped in for other people, people have stepped in for me. So if you ever have a meeting you can attend, just reach out to another council member and they can attend anytime. So I think we all work really well together and have done that in the past, and we can continue to do that.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay, we'll move on to our next item, which is a closed meeting. We don't have anything to discuss for closed meeting, so we will adjourn at 6:23 and then reconvene at 7 for our business meeting.